Recently I got a request for a pineapple and chocolate gateau, and I thought of doing that for her. So I'm doing a small quantity. If you want to do a bigger cake, make sure that you double this, or even you can do it as a large cake too. So let's start doing this. For this recipe I'm using 120 grams self-raising flour. If you are using plain flour, make sure to add 1 teaspoon baking powder for 120 grams. Then 120 grams sugar, 30 grams cocoa powder, 60 milliliters pineapple juice, and 120 grams softened butter with 120 grams eggs. And I'm using a can of pineapple for decorating. So let's start doing this recipe. Into the mixing bowl, add the sugar and then the butter, and start whisking this until it's nice and creamy. When it is nice and creamy, add the eggs one by one and start whisking again. When you are doing this, make sure to scrape the edges and let it mix properly. After, lower the speed to speed 1 and add the chocolate powder or the cocoa powder. And then add the pineapple juice. Slowly add the flour. So I'm using this 5 by 5 inch cake pan. So I'm going to put the batter in and bake this on 180 until a skewer inserted comes out clean. The cake is ready and I left it to cool down completely, and I cut that into 2. So let's do the icing. For that I'm using 125 grams butter with 250 grams icing sugar and 30 grams cocoa powder. So let's start doing it. Into a mixing bowl, add the butter and start mixing it about 1 to 2 minutes. The butter has to be in room temperature. After, reduce the speed and add the cocoa powder bit by bit. If you find it's a bit dry, you can always add a bit of pineapple juice. When you are mixing, make sure to scrape down the ends. After, add the icing sugar bit by bit and mix it on a low speed first. After, put the speed on high and whisk it about 5 minutes. So let's do the icing now. So if you like, you can add chocolate icing into the middle like this. Just spread a little bit like to give a nice taste. And after, put the other half on top. Press it down. Start spreading the icing on top. So slowly do the icing. So fill the rest of the icing into a piping bag with any kind of a nozzle that you like. So after, you can do your own style to pipe the icing on top. I'm just doing a waving method. If you like to add the pineapple into the middle of the cake, please feel free to add some too. So now the rest of the icing you can just pipe into the bottom of the cake too, like this. After, it looks like this. So take the pineapple pieces and put it in the middle nice and even. if you like, you can use the fresh pineapple or you can use the stewed pineapple too. So fill it like this in the middle, and you can use a quarter of the piece just to give a nice style to the edges. So this is a pineapple gateau cake. So hope you will enjoy this. To get the recipe, visit culinarycorner.net. Thank you for watching.